What's up, streamers? Papa Stanimus here. Today, we're going to talk about the top 10 mistakes made by streamers, big and small. All right. A lot of people, big and small, they make mistakes, and it's up to you as the streamer to figure out what you're doing wrong and how to fix it. So we're going to talk about some of the common ones that we see happen all the time, starting from the top. Okay. I don't do a lot of top 10s, but I figured I would try this out and see how we do.
Number 10.
Tweeting and Discording every time they go live. Now, this is a bit of an argument here. I know some people will probably disagree, so I'm just going to make my argument. And my argument is that if you're tweeting and Discording every time you go live, you're just throwing out so much notifications at people that they end up turning it off. Okay? So the more you post I'm live on your own Twitter, the more it devalues a tweet. You want your tweets to be special. You want them to matter. You want them to have an impact on the people reading them. Okay, so instead of saying, hey, I'm live, come check me out, you, at the very least, you can do something like have a compelling plan or something that you've been working for that day that you could tweet about and say, hey, this special event that I've put together is happening today. It would mean a lot if you were there. Something like that, you know? Or one little trick that I do with tweeting is I'll tweet something compelling, a compelling discussion or something that I thought of, something that's going to get people to click the like and comment on there, right? And then what I do is I go into my profile name on Twitter and I just add a little live now button on there, or not a button, but just like a little live now text before my name to let people know that are looking at my post that I am live without me actually saying that I'm live in my tweet. One thing to consider when you have your own Discord is using that @everyone feature. You can @everyone that's a part of your Discord. What happens when you abuse that is it causes people to server mute you, and then they'll never get anything from you. They'll never get a notification. The only way they're going to get it is by showing up and looking for that. Okay. So you want to use those sparingly as well. Going into other people's Discords and leaving a I'm live post in their self-promotion section, those are garbage collection channels, okay? Because so many people, they don't know how to promote that they're live and they don't know exactly what to do. So they think tweet on social media or post on social media and post in Discords and stuff. That's where a lot of people go to. That's all they know. That's all they know how to do. And that's not what you should be doing at all. Should avoid those. It's just a garbage collection. It's a waste of your time. You may get somebody at some point, you know, who knows, you know, I mean, I guess you could, but all that effort just for that is not worth it in my opinion. And I think that if you're making compelling and engaging content and you figure out a true form of exposure, you're going to be way better off, and you won't even bother with posting in Discord and on Twitter. Now, one last thing about Twitter is if you're a much bigger streamer and you have an actual Twitter audience of your viewers and you post that you're live and it actually makes a difference, then yes. But most of us are not big enough for that. And I think those tweets are better reserved for something else that engages people that look at them.
Number 9.
One of the mistakes that I see a lot of streamers make is not making compelling content on the other platforms that they're on. So that means maybe just taking a montage of clips and putting them on YouTube. That's not, you know, a lot of streamers, that's what they think that they should do. They should take like make a montage of their gameplay and put it on YouTube or something like that. And that's not really what people on YouTube want. Or if you just simply take your clips from Twitch and you post them to Instagram and Twitter, that's not necessarily what people want. You can do that and you should do that, but you should do it in a stylized way or have some sort of system built around that that's compelling to the people looking at it. Okay. What I say you should do is make content for the platforms that you're putting content on. So if you're going to do YouTube, make content for YouTube. Understand how YouTube works. Make your content fit within the algorithm of YouTube, or at least try to figure it out. I'm trying. I don't know it all, but I'm trying right now. Make content for the platform that you're uploading to. If you want to take clips and upload them to Instagram, make sure that you have that framed for Instagram. They have a completely different resolution for videos. You can do a widescreen video. I choose to do widescreen videos personally, But I know that what I should be doing is making vertical videos for Instagram. That's what they want. That's the type of content that thrives there. Simply taking a video and putting it across all the different platforms is more minimal effort, and it's not going to go as far. So you got to think about that. And that also causes you to choose which platforms you really want to put the most energy into because you have limited time.
Number 8.
Another major mistake that I see a lot of streamers make is not promote the things that are important while they're live. When you're live, you need to know what it is that you need your viewers to know about. You have to have a plan for that. Maybe it could be as simple as promoting your Twitter. Hey guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Or hey guys, I have a tournament coming up on Friday, cash tournament. Sign up in this link in the chat. Boop. Hit a little Elgato button. Make sure that you are promoting the things that matter. Whatever it is that you have going on, that you've developed for your platform, for your program, for your community, those things that you're developing, and you should be developing them if you're not. Develop these things and tell the audience about them consistently. It gets a little repetitive. So you have to find a balance between being annoying and repetitive and informative and still doing your show. Okay, it's a balancing act. You might fumble it up a little bit at the beginning, but that's okay. At least you're telling people what matters, and you will get better at that over time.
Number 7.
Not maximizing daily followers. Now, I know that followers aren't everything, but building a community starts with followers. I say that you should have a daily goal of what you're trying to reach. Okay, maybe it's 10 followers a day. Maybe it's 30, 50, 100. Okay, it depends on what your power is, but whatever it is that you're capable of doing, set a goal that you can achieve every day, a healthy one, and try and make content that encourages gaining those followers. You want to be doing something significant that's gaining followers every day. Personally, as of the time of making this video and writing my article, I do between 50 and 100 followers a day, depending on what I'm doing. I notice that when I perform my stream and behave a certain way, I tend to get about 100 plus a day. Other times when I'm less energized and more mellow, more like I'm speaking now, I'll do about 50 because it's not as hype. The more for my stream, the more hype I am, the more followers I get. It's something that I've measured over and over and over and over again. And I know for a fact that there's that. I can't personally, oh my God, my phone. I can't personally keep up this massive hype on a day-to-day basis, but I try to because I get a lot more followers. My chat is going faster. It's crazy. So, and after 5 days of streaming, if you're doing 500 followers a day, that's 500 a week. That's 2,000 a month. That's a lot of followers for a small streamer. So I try to reach that goal and I figure out what it is, the things that I do in my chat to increase followers. One of the things that I do is every time I get a new follower, I go boop right on their name. And the viewers, they love it. It's the simplest little change that I made in my stream. And when I boop their name that's on the screen, it's an intimate form of acknowledging them. And they just love it. They like that. And other people will say, I want to get booped too. And they start following it. Just a small, simple thing like that on top of what you're already doing could be all that you need to really double, triple, quadruple your followers. It can happen. You just got to figure, and it doesn't have to be complicated. Just got to figure it out. Whatever works for you with your content.
Number 6.
A huge common mistake that is made by so many streamers is spending too much time streaming and not enough time doing back-end things that are important. Making content for other platforms, refining your stream, coming up with ideas, fixing things that are broken, updating things, networking, all the different things that you can be doing off stream. You can't do them while you're streaming. When you're live, you're performing. And it's very important that you have short and productive streams, in my opinion. Okay. If you can fit all the followers, if you can get 100 followers in 6 hours, for example, my daily, what I would like to get every day is 100. If I have the energy for that, right? I try to get 100 followers. If I could get 100 followers in 4 to 6 hours, that leaves me extra time after my stream to work on the next day's stream, to take care of anybody I need to talk to, work on whatever it is I need to work on the back end to keep my my platform healthy and growing. Okay, there's a lot of back-end work that needs to be done too. A lot of streamers, they turn off their streams and they're lazy. They don't want to do anything afterwards. They want to keep gaming. You got to have time off stream to get the stuff done that you need to do so you can continue to have a good stream. There's a lot of back-end work that goes into a lot of these great streams that people watch.
Number 5.
A lot of common mistakes are being brought up here. One of them that really is important to me that I see a lot of people making is they're seeking validation by partnership through companies and orgs. Now, a lot of these companies are predatory in nature and people don't realize what their own value is and that they're getting screwed over by these guys. Even if you are like, let's say 30 or 40 or 50 viewer average, a spot on your stream is worth money. It might not be worth no $20,000 like someone like Dr. Disrespect might have on his stream, you know, or whatever that may be. It's up there. It's a lot of money. Someone of that caliber having like G Fuel or something on their page, right? For someone with 20, 30, 40, 50 viewers, active average viewers on a daily basis, that number is going to be a lot smaller, but it's still worth something. Okay? And a lot of these companies, what they want to do is sign you up and get you selling their stuff without paying you a salary, and you only earn money from commission. So you're working for free. They don't pay you to do this. And in order to do it, you need to advertise it on your space, which they're also not paying for. Even if you're a small streamer, you should be saying, if you're not paying for that spot, you can't have it. Don't seek the validation of being partnered and being able to put something on your stream to make you look cooler. It's not worth it. Nobody cares that you're sponsored, or it doesn't make you seem more relevant to them. You're just screwing yourself over and you're working for free. And don't let these companies suck you up in that. A lot of companies, they want you to increase their memberships on their site, or they want you to sell their crap. Okay. And you need to make sure that you understand your own value. Even if it's just a little bit, there's still a value. Even if it's like $50 a month, that's $50 a month. If a spot underneath your stream or on your stream is worth $50 a month, it's worth $50 a month. Someone else might be worth 50,000. We're worth 50. Okay. It's just the way it is. And don't let those spots go away for free. If someone wants an advertising spot, sell it and understand what your value is. And if they don't have that program, that's not a company you want to work with. Okay. They're just trying to take advantage of people not understanding their own value. And it's not good. And I've been approached by these companies myself. And I told them to F off because they wanted me to work for free and give them free space, free advertising space. And it doesn't work that way for me. And it shouldn't work that way for other streamers too. I hope I can get through to a lot of people with this particular one. It's important to me.
Number 4.
A lot of streamers have quality streams. Their lighting and their camera and their microphone and the layout and the stream and the frames and everything. They have absolutely insane internet. Everything is so good, and they have really good entertainment. You watch the stream and you just feel good. You watch that stream and you're like, damn, that's a good streamer. This streamer is seriously underrated. Haven't we all seen that guy? Well, what this person is failing at is exposure. They have these other two things figured out. And the three things you really need to have a successful stream is quality, content, and exposure. Many streamers try to get their exposure through Twitch itself, like through the browsing page or from other streamers. They think the viewers are going to come from some other streamer. First of all, viewers are loyal to the streamer they watch. So if you get like a big host or something, they're just going to go right back to their streamer that they watch. Okay. They might be there for a little bit and it's a nice fun boost for the moment, but they always fade away back to where they want to go. And that's not with you. Not on the mass scale. You might get a few of them. Okay. But it's not something you should count on. And that's not how you get, that's not exposure. Exposure also does not necessarily come from the site itself. Not enough of it. Not these days. You need to have off-site exposure, whether it's through a game or through a company or through an event or something that you've done that's significant, that's drawing in eyeballs. It's an art form. As much as we spend all this time perfecting our streams and making them look good and we're entertaining and we figure out how to speak to the people, we also need to learn the art of exposure. And it's not something that everyone actually wants to do, but you must do it so you can get seen. If people don't know you exist, you don't exist. That's it. You don't exist online. You need to learn that art. And that's what I consider it, an art. It's a skill. It's something you learn and you can master and you always get better at. And it's always evolving. The way the internet works is always evolving. And there's all these unlimited possibilities that haven't been dreamt up yet where you can get people to come and watch you. You need that exposure. Plus, you need the quality and the content. Never forget the exposure.
Number 3.
One of the more cringy problems I see with streamers, and this is the fact that it's cringy makes it so important because it's off-putting, is when people focus too hard on the money. Okay, we've seen that clip of that one streamer saying, "Why is nobody subbing to me? You're watching free content." All right, and it just makes her look like the biggest fucking oof. All right, it's just not. It's not good if you're focusing on the money and that's what you care about, and you put that on as you're in your content. You can't integrate the money and wanting the money into your content. It's not good. The viewers don't like it. It's off-putting. It makes people click out, and for people like our subject we were just talking about, there's a reason why she's not getting any money. It's because people don't want to give it to her. To get the money from the viewers, you got to create a good show, and you need to make them feel good or just feel something in general. If you put on a good show to an audience that you've built, good things will come your way.
Number 2.
Entitlement. A lot of streamers believe that if they put in the time, they deserve to have viewers. And that's not how it works. There's too many streamers and there's not enough viewers to go around. You have to fight for the viewers. There's going to be streamers that don't have any. And the viewers will never equally spread themselves out to everyone. They're going to always cluster towards their favorite, most popular guy. Twitch is a popularity contest, and there's only a certain amount of room for popularity. If you want to get a piece of that pie, you got to do something that matters to the people. You got to have a good show, and you got to get it in front of a lot of people. And when you get people there, you got to keep them there. It doesn't just come because you're there. If you build it, they don't come. That's not it. You got to go bring them there. You got to build the baseball field, and then you got to go out and get all the players, and you got to get all the people in the stands. You got to bring them there to the baseball game. All right? You can't just build it and they show up. That's not real life in this world. In the world of Twitch, you have to build your audience and earn it. It's a merit-based system. The best and strongest and most entertaining and the smartest, those are all the ones that win. Okay. Now, again, there's a lot of different things you got to do to make it happen. It's not just one thing. You can't just be really funny and then it just happens. There's a lot of work that is done to ensure success, and you got to keep going, and you got to keep learning the game as it always changes. And the thing that sets aside a lot of good streamers, successful streamers and unsuccessful streamers. I don't want to say good and bad streamers because it's successful streamers and non-successful streamers. One of the big things is that separates them is their ability to adapt to the constantly changing environment and actually understand what being a content creator is and how you create and deliver that content.
Number 1.
The big number 1. This is the thing that streamers are messing up big time across the board. And I think this is the obvious one that people would guess. If you ask them, what's the number 1 thing people are messing up on their streams? It's not talking to the chat. It's not engaging the people. All right. It's not making that connection. Now, some people will say that you got to like talk to every person and just be super interactive with the chat. That's not necessarily the case. I'm one of those people that does that. I will interact with like everyone in the chat. In fact, I need to back off on it a little bit. I think some people just, some comments don't need to be read out loud. But the true trick here is making a connection with the audience. That's the thing that most people are messing up. They're doing all this other great work, but they're messing up the connection. They're not connecting with the people. Something's wrong with a lot of streamers, and they need to figure out how that connection is made. Every stream is different. Every streamer is different. Their personalities are all different. So I can't really give the answers to this, but I can tell you what the problem is, and there's a lack of connection. And it's magical once you do make that connection. You make that connection with the people, your stream starts to thrive. It's really important that it's made. You discover how it is that you're going to do it on your stream. And if you look around, you'll see a lot of streams that they have a lot of great stuff going on, but the connection with the people is not there. And you could feel it. You could see it. And it's not good for their stream. They got to figure it out. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm Papa Stanimus. I like to make Twitch videos. I'm going to make a bunch of other videos too. I don't know. I'm just a video guy. I want to try and get more involved in YouTube. I appreciate you guys watching, and especially if you made it all the way to the end. Make sure that you subscribe. And if you have any comments or anything you want to talk about, leave that down in the chat. Let me know what some mistakes are that you've seen other people make that they need to know about. All right. I mean, 10, that's not that many. There's a zillion mistakes that are being made. Let's hear them. What are your thoughts? What did I not include in my list? Thank you guys very much. I'll see you in the next video.